Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kadash. Double honor to the I was an apostle of great millstone who well and peace and blessings to the elect. Now, Akim, and any Aqua that are listening, I did this whole lesson yesterday. But what happened with the lesson, when I came to do the whole lesson, I had finished. Well, it wasn't really that long. It was, I just did a video on a conversation I had, with a friend, I believe it's a Jake, at my college. We was talking about the quote unquote pandemic, the microchip, the spirit. I wasn't really gonna do a video on it, but I was like, the spirit's really on me. So then when I got home or whatever, I was doing the video. And then when I finished, with the camera, the scene was messing about with it, man. When I finished, the camera didn't even go to my camera roll. The video looked like it didn't even save. So I was I was checking checking all the parts of my phone. I was thinking, what's going on, man? Because all these other stuff are here, So I don't understand. I'm just gonna kind of go with this, go with the spirit. But I just wanted to start off by reading the scripture. How long ye simple one? Oh, Salakia. This is Proverbs 1:22. How long ye simple ones will ye love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. And the guy, my friend at school, what I started off by saying was, sat down, we were talking about it's like it started off, in the school, but we really got into outside school. So we started off talking about the microchip, right? So I was saying, are you gonna take, you're gonna feel to take this microchip, cause you see that we were talking about before, you were kind of laughing, you were saying, oh, isn't that? He was like, this sounds a bit far fetched, because ultimately these carnal guys, they're nearsighted, they can't see. That's why when you spit to them a prophecy, they look for it to happen right then and there instead of actually seeing the things that are yet to come, man. They don't take heed, like in the days of Noah. They wanted, then when they seen the water coming in, when the flood coming in, that's when they wanted to jump onto the ship. I mean, board the ark. That's all a lot of these people are, man. Because I started off and you guess what? The first thing he said was yeah, but what if the microchip? What if it helps you live longer? I said, look around, bro. I said, look around. Do you see those trees? Do you see all the concrete and everything? You basically live in a concrete, I didn't really say that, but I said, look around, bro. Is this really somewhere you want to extend your life so long? Tell me, what's so good about it? Because Esau, basically been destroying everything, man. So I was going into it. So I said, I was saying, microchip or guillotine, and this was something that caused me to raise an eyebrow. And he said, oh, I might have to take the microchip, I might have to take the microchip. So I was like, oh man. I know he knows what I mean as well, because like at school I often have conversations with people, go into this, do you know that this is the mark of the beast I've spoken about? So I reiterated and blatantly said, okay, so would you take the mark of the beast or guillotine? So he said, I guess I would have to take the guillotine, because you don't want to. Like the thing about these guys, because he's in that Christian church, but he doesn't really know. He don't really know anything, Obviously, I pray that he wakes up. The Lord have mercy, Yahweh shall have mercy on him. But that's between him and the Lord, man. Because these things I was saying, like when I just heard the truth, like a few years ago, I was catching pure hell. They started saying, this kid is making up words. He's making stuff up. I don't think that's in the Bible. Yeah, I've never heard it before. All this extra stuff, man. And this guy was really being carnal because after talking about the microchip, this guy went on to say what if they created a suit that it made you have basically made you have superpowers, but it decreased your life. So I said, this guy is really trying to put a spin on spiritual power. So I said, so okay, he said it decreased your life by a few years. So I asked him, okay, what happens if you only have a few years left to live and then you're dead as soon as you put that on? So he said, oh, good point. You know? So I says, your own argument is destroying what you're saying, man. You're not thinking. It was really the scripture that I was thinking about. How long ye simple ones, because our people are simple. I'm not, not just speaking about him, but our people in general, man. They hate knowledge. This goes, for family members as well. I've, majority of my family members, I don't have, majority of my family members, they won't even listen to the truth, man. I don't even mean like, agree with it. I just mean listen to it. Because they don't even like what I'm saying. And then they're the same ones that claim, God, quote unquote, God this and God that. But when it comes to listening to the scripture, they run. And that's often something that, brothers expect. But that brother was he's from the land of Ham, what they call Congo, and I believe it was brother Ibadia, and not too long ago, that said, there's a lot of Jakes, a lot of Israelites that are from that Congo region, and speaking for myself, a lot of those Congolese people, they act just like Jake, since I see, since majority of the time I see majority of Benjamin, so I see the Congolese mingled among Benjamin. That's what I see. Well, let me try getting the scripture. Alright, so lucky. I basically got another a job interview call. This company called me. So I was just on the phone to them for a little bit. But anyway, back to this. I couldn't remember the whole conversation, and I was using quite a lot of scripture yesterday, but I was only gonna use a couple today, But you brothers, all this catching hell, man. Especially you younger brothers, like me, cause me myself, I'm 17, man. I'm I'm a young, I'm a young man. Because I understand, how pride can work, when you're at such a young and tender age, man. But are you young brothers in the truth, man, don't throw in the towel, just because you're getting a little adversary, continue to enjoy, man. Continue to enjoy, because you wouldn't be getting no adversary if you weren't doing something right. So I want to say, on my next video, I'm gonna do, a test. I'm gonna, Lord willing, I think about that it's time that I do my testimony and talk about how I started even doing the videos, man, because because I was praying until how it was beautiful, man. After it was beautiful, man. So Lord willing, I get to share that. Let me see if I can find a closing scripture. This is Romans 1:21. Because that when they knew the Most High, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations and foolish, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the corruptible God into an image, Salakia, an image like, let me start from the top, and change the glory of the corruptible power into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds, and four-footed beasts, and creeping things. So you know what, Salakia, if this video was, all about the place, I just wanted to do another video on it, since I was really supposed to do a video on it yesterday, so Salakia for that, my bad. In closing, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Rakah, Kadash. Until next time, Dwadi Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai. I pray for the blessing of elections to fall upon you and all your households. Shalom.